Hello and welcome to this brief tutorial on how to properly complete an LRL assignment in this course. Now you may be asking yourself, what do LRLs and hamburgers have in common? Well, after today's session, you're going to find out exactly what. So first, let's define what is an LRL assignment. Well, a literature response log, or an LRL as we like to call them, is a writing tool designed to help you interact, process, and analyze the various pieces of literature you'll be required to read in this course. The purpose of an LRL is to really help you think critically about the piece of literature, to synthesize your thoughts about the text, and to convey these ideas concisely in a one-paragraph response. Yes, you heard me. Your LRLs are going to require you to craft your ideas in a careful paragraph response. Don't stress out though. I'm going to help you figure out just how to do that in today's tutorial. Before we jump into how to get going on these assignments and how to write a proper paragraph, let's talk about how you'll be graded on your LRL. First of all, it's important to complete all assigned entries. Each entry in your LRL should be a solid paragraph in length, and it should contain a clear topic sentence, supporting sentences with quotes, and a clear closing sentence. Each entry should fully answer the question asked, and each entry should contain evidence of thoughtful effort and analysis. I'm also going to be looking for proper sentence structure and that you've written each entry in the third person. How do you achieve a properly written LRL entry? Enter the hamburger. Yes, you heard me. The hamburger is the answer to writing a proper LRL entry. And we're going to spend the rest of today's tutorial discussing just how all the ingredients you see here on the screen are going to help you remember how to craft the perfect paragraph response. So let's dig into it, the hamburger paragraph. Before we jump into the paragraph, we have to think about what makes a hamburger really good. What are some of the ingredients that you just have to have? Now, there might be a variety of ingredients floating through your mind, and it might even include a meatless hamburger. But I think we can all agree what makes a good hamburger are some basic ingredients. And just like the hamburger, a paragraph needs to include the following ingredients to make it mouth-watering, juicy, and delicious to the reader. So to begin with, our hamburger always starts with the top bun. If we don't have a top bun to our hamburger, what do we have? We have a juicy mess that spills out everywhere. And in our paragraph, it's the same way. The top bun in our paragraph is a topic sentence. And our topic sentence tells what the paragraph is about and directly addresses the question asked in the prompt. The purpose of our topic sentence is to clearly introduce the piece of writing, the piece of literature you're going to analyze, the author, and then directly address the question being asked. The whole purpose of your topic sentence, or the top bun, is to lay a proper foundation to hold your whole paragraph together. You can see from this sample LRL entry from an actual student in our class that it's important to have a clearly defined topic sentence. Here we see that the topic sentence, highlighted in red at the top, clearly addresses the LRL question being asked. You'll notice that the author is included in the topic sentence, and that the piece of work is also mentioned, as well as the prompt being clearly answered. In this case, the prompt is asking about the theme, so we see that word repeated in the topic sentence. Overall, it is clear that this topic sentence clearly addresses the question being asked. So what's next? Once you have a solid topic sentence in your paragraph, where do you go from there? And the answer is the lettuce. The lettuce is the first supporting sentence in your paragraph. It directly follows the topic sentence. This sentence should be more general in nature, and its goal should be to build on and begin to explain the statement you made in your topic sentence. Here's another student example for you to see. So obviously the first sentence is our topic sentence, and the sentence highlighted in red is our lettuce, or our first supporting sentence. Notice that it expands on the topic sentence and gives a little bit more information about where the author is going in their paragraph and the point they're focusing to make. For each one of your LRL entries, you want to make sure you have a solid lettuce or solid second supporting detail. After the lettuce comes your tomato, and the tomato is just as important. It's your second supporting detail. This is where you should become more specific, and you should introduce your first point that supports and explains your topic sentence. This should contain some juicy detail and should either be a paraphrase from the book or a direct quote. Let's take a look at an example of a second supporting detail or sentence here. As you can see, highlighted in red is our second supporting example. And here you'll find that our author decided, the author of this LRL, decided to expand further on his reasonings. He included excellent textual support, which means he included a quote directly from the text to support the point that he was making in his LRL. So after you have your first supporting sentence, the lettuce, and your second one, next comes, of course, the cheese, or the third supporting sentence in your paragraph. This sentence should contain another point that supports and or explains the point you made in your topic sentence. If you didn't include a quote in your previous supporting sentence, it's essential that you include a quote to support your opinion in this sentence. As you can see from the example here, this person included several quotes and also included several within their cheese supporting sentence. Also notice that the supporting sentence should always tie directly back to the topic sentence, and you can see that here. Just because you're including quotes in a supporting sentence doesn't mean you can forget about the claim you laid out in your topic sentence. So what comes after cheese? Of course, it's meat. And the meat is going to be your last and most important supporting sentence in your LRL paragraph. It should include your strongest point, it should directly support your topic sentence, and it should include some type of evidence from the text, whether that be a paraphrase or another quote. Here's an example, a student example of some meat that they added to their overall LRL paragraph. Again, notice there's quotes in there and that the meat ties directly to the topic sentence. Don't forget that each and every one of your supporting sentences in an LRL should always support the claim you made in your top bun or your topic sentence. So, we've talked about the top bun and all the juicy ingredients. But none of this would work if we didn't have a bottom bun. Just like a hamburger, if you don't have a bottom bun or a closing sentence to your paragraph, all of your wonderful juicy details will be simply left out to dry, and it will be messy and unkept. And you don't want your paragraph or your hamburger to be in that kind of situation. So don't forget when you're crafting your LRL entries to always include a proper closing sentence. This closing sentence should highlight the main points you made in your essay and reiterate your topic sentence. Let's take a look at another student example. Again, notice the correlation between the red highlighted topic sentence above and the closing closing sentence at the bottom. Notice how similar they are in nature. They've reintroduced the author, the piece of work, and re-emphasized the overall point they made in their topic sentence. This is exactly what you want to do in your closing sentence. You want to wrap it all up. Provided another student example here where you can see that they've written a little bit of a longer closing sentence and have included some of the main points they made in their supporting sentences, and that's great. Just remember, as we bring it all together here, just like a hamburger, Your LRL should always contain a topic sentence, clear supporting sentences, which are your lettuce, cheese, and meat, and a clear closing sentence. If you think about crafting a juicy hamburger paragraph every time you go to answer your LRL prompts, I guarantee you will have paragraphs that you're proud of and grades that reflect that. If you need a refresher over any of these elements, feel free to rewind this video or check doc sharing for additional resources and support. So where do you go from here? What's next? Well, your first task is to complete your very first LRL assignment. You can find information about these assignments by checking the weekly work schedule and checking doc sharing. I've posted several helpful resources in doc sharing, including student examples and direction. So now that you have all of the resources, you may be asking yourself, can I really do this? And the answer to that is, yes, you can. If you use the resources in this video, as well as the additional resources in our course, you can complete an LRL entry. Good luck, and I look forward to getting one from you soon.